Sam O'Reilly for Fight Talk. I'm here today. Steve Goodwin's Media Day, another one of his prospects coming through, one of his young lions. Ellis Zorro, how are you, mate?
I'm good, thanks.
Let's talk a little bit about you. Obviously, you got your pro debut coming up at some point, but let's talk about where you're from, where you train.
Okay, so I was born and raised in South London. I started boxing in 2013 at Brunel University. Since then, I've had three amateur fights, 3 knockouts. So I train at the moment in Hackney under Roy Connor, but we move about quite a bit. Roy's got a gym in his back garden, so we train there as well, and we get sparring in around different gyms in South East London. Yeah,
so why now? Why? Obviously, you haven't got an extensive amateur career.
Yeah, so obviously being a cruiserweight in the amateurs, there weren't a lot of competition for me. It was difficult to get matched, and then I had 2 big injuries where I missed the novices and the AVAs, which I wanted to enter in. So I just felt like, you know what, I'm 24 years old now, it's just time for me to turn over. Yeah, I believe in my skills enough to know that, I can easily hold my weight in the cruiserweight division.
Steve Goodwin has got some of the best domestic cruiserweights going. Is that?
Yeah, I see that online. Yeah, it's attractive, because I know that I can clean up first in Goodwin before I move on, to British levels and whatnot.
I've got the English title to Steve's guys, Wadi Camacho and Arthur and Iqbal. So them kind of guys fighting, on small hall shows effectively.
Yeah.
Was that part of the reason you've gone with Steve, or what was the? How did that come up?
Going with Steve, obviously, if I be completely honest, with 3 amateur bouts, it's not like I've got a lot of experience. So going for some other promoters, they're going to look at my pedigree and think, oh, you know what, he's not got enough experience and whatnot. So I approached Goodwin Boxing, and they offered me a good deal, and I know they got York Hall there where they can get me out regular. So I was attracted to that, and also the number of cruiserweights that they have already got in their stable as well.
Yeah. So what? Obviously, we're looking at a September date. You've come off some injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
So is that a definite date, or is it going to be sort of?
It's definitely going to be in September. I don't have a date yet, but yeah, definitely looking to be out in September latest. Really, to be honest.
You're getting a lot of sparring. You said you sort of got to move around and stuff. Do you go out for a lot of sparring?
Yeah, we spar with heavyweights. I spar with heavyweights and sometimes light heavyweights. Very rarely cruiserweights. It's rather one or the other. But I leave all the sparring down to my coach Roy Connor.
Yeah. What are you doing? Work-wise, because all the boys I speak to, some of them are different. Some of them don't have sponsors. Some have quite a few.
Yeah. I haven't got any sponsors, but I'm a learning mentor in a school in South East London, and I got a daughter that I got to provide for. So at the moment, I just got to balance both the boxing and work for now. But I'm only doing 4 rounds to start off with. I don't think it will be an issue for me, to be honest, with work.
Yeah. Do you have any aspirations? I mean, some guys just turn pro and like to see where it takes them. Some guys, they're not going to be happy until they've picked up a title or something.
For me, no, it's early doors, but I definitely know what I can do, and for me, I'm going to be someone who lets my fighting do the talking. So I'm not going to make a lot of noise verbally, but I know what I'm capable of. Obviously, I'm not coming here to waste no one's time, not waste my own time or my family's time. I've got a lot of ability, and I'm just waiting to show it.
I look forward to seeing it, mate. You speak very well, and obviously the cruiserweight scene is mad at the minute.
There's not much going on in Britain, so I'm ready to go straight to the top, to be honest.
I look forward to it. So thank you very much for talking to Fight Talk.
Cheers, no problem.